Alrighty guys, today we're going to be going over some games that are similar to Stalker Gamma. If you're new to the channel, then welcome, but if you've been on the channel, then you know that I post a lot of guides for Stalker Gamma, and that I'm really enjoying this game a lot. So, generally these games are going to be stuff that involves radiation, mutants, decent gunplay, along with the conservation of your ammo and resources, because those are very important things in this type of game to keep them interesting and make it more fun. So, some of these games I have played, and some of them I've 100%ed and just love completely. Some are new, and then there's one or two that I haven't played particularly, but that's because I don't own a VR and it is a VR game. So, with that, we're going to move to our first set of games in this video. It is the Metro series. This is my favorite game series I've ever played. I just love the atmosphere, love the storyline, love the gameplay, love the weapons inside of it, along with the whole post-nuclear Russia vibe. You are taking place inside the Moscow sewers and railways and underground subways and stuff like that, along with some sections that are inside of the top or the above ground that is now irradiated, full of toxic air and full of mutants that would gladly eat you. If that all sounds within your alley, then definitely pull open Metro and check it out. It is on Steam. It has 3 different games and is based off of a novel series by the Metro name as well. There's Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and Metro Exodus. These games have a main aspect of worrying about radiation, worrying about your air filters, worrying about your ammo conservation, worrying about your heals conservation, and along with having some crafting aspects inside of the third installment of the game called Exodus, which went more along the lines of an adventure, open world RPG, linear storyline crafting game. The first 2 games are going to have more of a straight linear process where you just have to collect and loot everything that you need. You'll have a couple traders in between that you can buy armors or different equipment or guns or attachments or etc. from, along with having a couple little goof around moments that you can do, like some shooting galleries and stuff like that. So if you like post-apocalyptic games and want another Russian-based one, then try this out.
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows. So let us not fear the heretics at our door. Even with their iron steeds standing before us, stinking of machine oil and shining its heretical light upon us.
Remember, most of the country has been destroyed or occupied. Even those who speak our language might be enemies, by conviction or out of fear.
We will not falter. Let us steel ourselves against them. For this is our hour of glory. Amen.
Let's move out, Artyom.
With the third installment of the game, they did add a more open world aspect to each of the linear levels, so you can explore them a little more, go hunt a little bit more, and hopefully not use up all your ammo in the process. There's an interesting weapon customization system, along with crafting system, zip lines, a decently nice overworld to travel, loot, and find all kinds of different items. It is a very detailed world, so keep that in mind. Just like Stalker, you will have like some random anomalies, weird mutants, and have to conserve all of your resources.
And if the heretics come for our
So from the Metro series, we're going to move over to Zero Sievert. This is a game that I have started playing recently. It's recently released, and it is available on the Steam store, so go check it out. It is more of a Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, and Stalker baby clone type thing. It is in a pixel format. Pretty much it's a raid session-based looter shooter. So you go into the raid, you collect items, fight bosses, collect mutant parts, kill mutants, kill bandits, all kinds of stuff like that, finish quests, whatever you feel like doing in that exact raid. They can be however long you want them to be, because you can kind of just stay in, as far as I can tell, as long as you can. But there's only so many places to loot, because they aren't very big maps. There's a lot of gun customization inside of the game, and it's really cool, because a lot of parts work with multiple different guns, as they normally would. There is bosses, there is factions, there's lots of different mutants, and a couple maps at this time. But it is still in early access, so give it some time to grow, and we can definitely see this become a bigger game. So from here, we're going to move to Into the Radius VR. This is a game I have not played because I do not have a VR. It definitely looks like pretty much a VR Stalker. It does have a different storyline and a different base thought process going through it with how things work in it, but it does seem like it's very similar to what would be Stalker in VR, or as close as we're going to get to it at this time.
Advanced and reliable equipment, balanced nutrition, latest technology, and comfortable living environment. Staying inside the radius offers unmatched benefits. The changed can enjoy the pure ecology of the radius, its unique wildlife, and plenty of leisure opportunities.
So as you can see, it does seem to have a lot of Stalker-esque features. It does look like it feels pretty good to play, and it looks fun. It also has amazing reviews on Steam, so do keep that in mind that you can acquire this now if you have VR. I just don't, so I have to wait till I get one to actually get to play this. From here, we're going to go look at Chernobylite, another game that I have played and waited for a while. I bought this in early access, and it was an amazing experience. It is another game that does take place in Chernobyl. It is based off the Chernobyl disaster and has more of a sci-fi time travel vibe. The atmosphere of the game is very Stalker-ish because it definitely has mutants. It definitely has the whole spooky Russian Chernobyl exclusion zone vibe, and it has what Stalkers would be inside of Stalker.
Igor is not alone.
Everyone, it's time to hit the power plant.
But forming a fellowship with deep bonds is just another troubling issue. They might be friends,
Your plan sucks balls. I can't force you.
but traitors as well. It all depends on Igor's choices.
Should I tell Olivier to run some errands, or should I do it myself?
One might ask. What's it all for? What's at stake? The answer is as old as humanity.
You've already tried and failed, Igor. Perhaps there's a better way.
It's love. But what if it's all a lie? Maybe it's just a story of a lonely stalker trying to survive in a radioactive hell. Or maybe the point is that it's your story, waiting for you to be written.
So as you can see, it does base around some Stalkerish ideals, and it is at the Chernobyl plant, so definitely check out Chernobylite if you're into those type of games. From here, we're going to move to something that's currently in development. It is only having a demo at the time. It does have some roadmap stuff on the demo, along with on its Steam page, and this game is called To Vostok. This takes notes from Stalker along with Escape from Tarkov, as far as I understand, but it is more focused on being a Stalker-esque game, just like Chernobylite and Stalker and Into the Radius and most of these other games on this list that take notes from that, or most games, honestly, that are survival games in general or anything like that, have taken notes from Stalker. it has huge roots into the games that it is influenced and such. So from here, we pretty much just opened up the demo. It is pretty basic. You just have a couple boards that tell you some things you can do. Along with that, you can pick up a weapon, pick up some items, and just check out a couple things. It is a very basic demo. But with what's in the demo, what they have planned for the game, I definitely give it its props for possibly being something that could be very interesting. Some of the controls are a little weird, and it is kind of confusing because it is a demo, and it is the first iteration of it. But I feel like with some time, maybe if they continue with the project, it could be a cool game. Because anything that's going to be Stalker-esque is something I want to try out. But if you want to check out this game, just download the demo. It's really small and it's free on Steam, so check it out if you want to see more about this game. There's not much gameplay to put in here because there isn't much to do with it, but it does have hopes. So this last thing will just be a little bonus that I thought would be funny to put in here. So Spintires has a Chernobyl DLC. I said DC. So Spintires is like a trucking game that has simulated mud and stuff like that. If you ever played SnowRunner or MudRunner, this is the game that came before those. And this is just like DLC that came out relatively recently after the other two games have already been out for this game. That is all.
Month after month, we needed to take care of those who decided to stay in the zone. They were in need of everything. And there was one thing, and one thing only, that I was able to do. I'm a driver. I delivered what was needed.
If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like and subscribe. And if you found a game that you might want to try out, please let me know in the comments. I definitely suggest Metro is my favorite game series outside of Stalker. So definitely check them out, and I'll catch y'all next time, Stalkers.